Recording. We will continue chapter review, page 253. We stopped at exercise B. Okay. Whose turn to answer? Who's the one who answered? Husayna? Or Dalia?
Miss, I'm the last one who answered.
Hurra? Okay.
Yes.
So we start by Dareen, number 10, right?
Miss, I answered before Durra.
Okay, Dareen. So, Fatima? Exercise B, Fatima. Are you here, Fatima? Okay, there's something wrong with your mic. Okay. Rada?
Yes, Miss.
Right.
When was the term First Lady first used? We'll add question mark at the end.
Yes. Excellent. Number 2, Jana? Jana, number 2. Joanna? Jana or Joanna? Jude?
Miss, yes.
Yes, Jana, number 2.
When was Rutherford B. Hayes was inaugurated on March 5, 1877?
Where do I add 2 commas? I have 2 commas here to be added.
Yes, after March 5.
After what? March 5, yes, to separate the year. And at the beginning, Rutherford B.
After the name.
After the B. Yes, because it's abbreviation after junior and this we add comma. Okay, number 3, we said Joanna?
Miss, is it a comma or a dot?
Rutherford B. Dot.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Miss.
Dot, sorry, it's a dot.
That's fine, Miss. Thank you.
Like junior, GR dot. We are at Joanna. 3, Joanna. Okay, Jude.
Yes, Miss. A newspaper reported used the term then, but it didn't catch on. We put a comma after then.
Yes, before but there is a comma. Excellent. Number 4, Jumana.
Yes, Miss. It wasn't until the First Lady in the Land, a play about Dolly Madison, opened in 1911 that the term caught on.
Yes, where do I add commas?
Put a comma after the First Lady in the Land.
Yes, the First Lady in the Land. Excellent.
Dolly Madison.
Excellent. A play about Dolly Madison here. It's an appositive phrase. It's an appositive phrase for the play. Okay, so I add 2 commas before, after land and after Madison. Number 5, Lana. Thank you, Jumana. Lana, 5.
Yes, Miss. For example, while her husband was in office, Mr. Lincoln was not called the First Lady. After, for example.
Excellent. After, for example, and
after office.
After what?
After office.
After abbreviation.
After office, Miss.
After office, because after office is here while her husband was in the office, so I started with dependent clause, and when I start with dependent clause I add a comma after it. Yes. And then Mrs. ends with it is an abbreviation, so I add a dot after Mrs. Yes, I have a dot.
Yes.
So I have a comma after example, and I have a comma after office, and a dot after Mrs. Excellent. Layan فضل
6.
Yes.
Martha Washington or Lady Washington was never called the first lady in her own day. After Washington,
Martha Washington or Lady Washington, it's another positive. So, comma or Lady Washington, comma. Because Martha Washington was never called the first lady in her town, it's correct. So, or Lady Washington can be eliminated, so I put it between two commas. Number 7, Layan Maghreb.
Yes, at the Smithsonian, you can visit an exhibit on the First Lady. After Smithsonian, a
Yes,
comma.
at the Smithsonian. Yes. Excellent. Number 8, Lin Hayani.
Yes, miss. You can learn about their lives, see some of their belongings, and view some of their gowns. We will add comma after lives
Yes.
and belongings.
Excellent. Because here I am listing. It is more than one in a list. More than two in a row or in a list. Now, then we go to number 9, Lilian. Lilian, are you here?
Yeah.
Yes, Lilian, raise your voice. 9, yeah, Lilian.
My favorite teacher, comma.
Yes, my favorite teacher, comma.
Dr. Dot.
Dr. Dot, yes.
Dot.
Yes. Marlon Lynch, because why I put Dr. Marlon Lynch between two commas? Because it's an appositive. It can be omitted, so I added between two commas. Okay, because the sentence was supposed to be my favorite teacher volunteers as a guide there. So they added Dr. Merlin Lynch, so it's an appositive, so I added between two commas. We go to number 10, Lujain. Thank you, Lilian.
Go see the exhibition, and if she's there, comma, say hello to her for me.
Okay, again, see, so where do I add the commas?
Between there and say.
Go see the exhibition, comma, and if she is there, because the go see the exception is an independent clause, then comma, and if she is there, comma, because if she's there, it's a dependent clause, and then it should be followed by comma. Say hello to her for me. It's a dot.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't share. I haven't shared the screen. I was showing all of that. Here is it. Here. Okay, then we go to exercise C. After Lujain, we have Malak Wasim.
Yes, miss. In an old song, 2 bits is the cost of a haircut and shave, or 1/4. So I insert the
Raise
one
your
in the
voice, Malak.
parentheses.
In Malak.
Do I put
Yes.
the ones in the parentheses? Where the
What does he want to say? He revised each sentence by inserting the words shown in parentheses. So you take the words in the parentheses. 1 minute, girls. 1 minute. Okay. What does he want? He wants you to take the words between the parentheses, add the caret mark, okay, here, add commas and in punctuation where necessary. Check to see that your sentence are punctuated correctly. I will answer for number 1, so you get to know how to answer the rest. In an old song, 2 birds is the cost of a haircut and shave. Okay, he wants to add or 1/4. He wants to add or 1/4. So now I have more than 2 old song, 2 bits or 1/4. So I will say in one old song, comma, 2 bits, comma, okay, or 1/4 is the cost of a haircut and a shave. So you answer number 2, dear. He wants you to use otis.
Oh, okay. So Otis, comma, did you know that a C note is worth $100?
Why you add a comma after Otis?
Because it's like calling or asking
Yes,
a person.
direct addressing. Yes, calling someone directly. Number 3. Excellent يا ملك. Maya.
Yes, miss. The motto A pluribus unum first
Yes.
appeared on a US coin in
Yes.
1780.
Yes. Where do you add the comma? He wants you to add in 1786. Where do you add the comma? We separate years only. But here I do not have any day to separate it or any month to separate it. So I will just add in 1786. Yani I'll just add it and add dot after it. First appeared on a U dot dot coin in 1786 dot. Okay.
Okay.
Najwa.
The first woman to appear on American paper currency was, of course, I put of course between two commas, like comma, of course, comma, March.
Yes. Why parenthetical? Parenthetical expression. Of course is a parenthetical expression between two commas directly. Okay, number 5. Noor, wait, let me see what is was after Najwa. Natalie, 5.
Because bucks can be used as currency on the frontier, comma, the dollar per cap, the dollar bill. Okay.
So again, you added you started by because, right?
Yeah.
And when you start by because buckskins were used as currency on the frontier, you add what after it?
Comma.
Because you started with dependent clause. Excellent, you add a comma. Okay. Exercise D is to correct the sentences and fragments. You can solve it, or I want you to solve. We can go back to page 251, girls. 251. Okay. 251. In 251. Note, I start by note. Note, are you here?
Teacher, page what?
251.
Oh, okay.
Note. Okay, Noor Bilal.
Yes, ma'am. First, we are going to add after September 8 a comma.
Yes, 8 comma to separate the year. Excellent. And in dear Jeff.
Add comma after Jeff.
Excellent, Noor. Then Noor Yusuf, number 2. Number 1.
How are you? Yes, how are you doing? Question mark.
And number 2.
Do I answer?
Yes.
Yes, we're going to, after yes, we're going to add a comma. It's been a long time since I wrote, but I have been pretty busy.
Is there another comma? There is a one after yes. Is there another comma?
Yes, before but.
Excellent, before but. Number 3, Rama.
Number 3. One on page 251, right, teacher?
Yes, number 3.
One thing that took up my time was reading Gates of Fire by S. Pressfield.
Yes, where do I add the comma? The dot. Here is to add the dot. After the names of like junior, senior, after C.
After S.
After S, I add a dot. Excellent. Number 4, Sarah.
I wonder whether you have read this book. It's correct.
How it is end? How is the what is?
I removed the question mark. Stop. Right?
Yes, and then in number 5.
In my opinion, comma, this book is a total knockoff.
Yes, excellent. Number 6. He was not here, so we start from the beginning.
Teacher, I put an exclamation after book or a dot or what?
I wonder whether you have read this book? Question mark.
Oh, okay, I did it. Thanks.
Number 5, after my opinion. Number 6, Asma.
Mainly, this book is about a battle that took place in 880 BC.
Yes. Where do I add comments?
Mainly.
Mainly, after mainly. And there is another mistake at the end of the sentence. At the end of the sentence. BC, how do I write BC? How do I write BC? B dot C dot. Okay? Abbreviation, 2 dots. B dot C dot. Okay, number 7, Buthaina. Balqis or Bayan?
No? We're gonna add a comma after that time. At that time.
After at that time. Excellent. Number 8, we take Dalia.
Yes, miss. With the squares, comma, and helpers, comma, and Alice, just 300 Spartan warriors fought off an invading force of perhaps 2 million.
Yes, so with their squires and helpers and allies, comma, because it's a prepositional phrase. And then I want to start the sentence, so I add a comma. Excellent. Number 9, Durra.
Yes. They fought to the death of the very last warrior. I don't think there's anything here, like in the first part.
Yes, continue. They lost the battle.
Yes. They lost the battle, comma, but they achieved glory.
Excellent. They lost the battle, comma, but they achieved glory. Answer 10 also, Durra.
Okay. As the historical note at the beginning says, comma, outside the quotation, they fought with bare hands and teeth before being at last overwhelmed.
Yes. And nothing else to be asked. Excellent.
Yes.
Then I have Dareen.
Yes, miss. This book is so moving.
Yes.
There's nothing. We don't have to add anything.
Yes, so answer the sentence after it.
So interesting. After so.
Dareen,
yes,
as the historical note at the beginning says, they fought with their hands and teeth before being at last overwhelmed, right?
Yes.
So this is what, when I take exact the words that someone has said, it is quotation, right?
Yes.
And we said we have to separate the quotation. When I say Jimmy added or Molly said, I have to add a comma. Okay?
Yes.
So as the historical note at the beginning says, and I add comma. Okay?
Yes.
So this is about number 10. Go to number 11.
This book is so moving. We don't have to add anything.
This book is so moving and interesting. Right? Can I say this book is so moving, so interesting?
No. Comma and interesting.
There
Should I
is no
solve
need to
13?
add a comma before and, because here I'm combining only two parts, two words. So I do not add comma in two. I add comma when I have more than two in a row. Okay? Then I have that. I hope you will read
it. Should I solve it, Miss?
Okay, so this book is so moving and interesting. Comma?
I hope you will read it, Jeff, if you get the chance.
Yes. Where do I add commas here? Jeff.
Jeff, comma?
Yes, Jeff, comma, and before Jeff there is also another comma. Why?
Because it's...
I directly call his name, as I told you, Lujain.
Yeah.
Always remember it. When you find name, remember to add comma before it and after it, because it's a direct address. If it comes at the beginning of the sentence, I add only one comma, but it comes in the middle, I add two commas to separate it, because I can eliminate it. Okay, Tari?
Yes, yes.
Okay, we move to number 14. Ghada? Fatima, your mic is not working still? Okay, Ghada?
When my history teacher, Miss Salis, recommended this book to me, after Miss Salis and before...
We are in, on 14. When, yes. So where do I add commas, Ghada?
Before Miss Salis and after Miss Salis.
Yes. So when my history teacher, comma,
yes,
Miss Salis. So what do I add after Miss?
Dot.
After Miss. Abbreviation. What do you add in abbreviation? You add comma in abbreviation? Or you add a dot?
A dot.
Miss after Miss and after Mr. Ghada.
Yes, Miss.
I see you talk, but I don't hear you. After Mr. and after Miss, I add what? Mrs. and Mr. I add a dot there, right? So when my history teacher, Miss Dot Scalis, why you put Miss Scalis between two commas here, Ghada?
We can remove it. We can have it in the first sentence.
Yes. So I can remove it. Recommended this book to me. Okay. So the whole sentence started by when. So when my history teacher, comma, Mrs. Dot Scalis, comma, recommended this book to me. So I started a sentence with when. So it is a what? Dependent clause. So I have to add what after dependent clause? When I start with dependent clause, I do add what?
Do I add a comma after me?
Excellent. After me, I add a comma. Excellent. Excellent, Yagat. Okay, we go to number 16, Jana. Jana? Joanna? Jude?
Yes, Jana.
Okay, Jana, 16.
I've also been busy helping to plan our class trip to Nashville.
Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee. Where do I add a comma? To separate two cities. A city and a state.
Yes, we add a comma between them.
Yes, after Nashville, before Tennessee. Okay, we move to number 17. Jude? Jude?
Miss, can I ask a
Yes, Jude?
No, Miss.
Yes.
Jane.
Yes, Lujan.
rule of the city and state between them, a comma. Can I also consider it for a city and a country, or only
Yes.
if it's a state?
No, you can.
Thank you.
Yes, Jude. Welcome, dear Jude. We are in 17, ya Jude.
Yes, Miss. Sally, Jen, and Mary are all on the comments. So I said well, I'll join too.
Yes, dear. Sally, Jen, and Mary are all on the committee, comma. So I said, comma, to separate the quotation well. And after well, there is also a comma to separate well. I will join too. Number 18, after Jude, Jumana.
Yes, but some of the nicest, funniest parents and teachers are
We are in 19, ya Jumana.
Including Dr. Mullins, whom you met last year when you visited. After Mullins, a comma, and
including Dr. Mullins. You add a comma. Excellent.
After Dr. a dot.
After Dr. dot. Doctor abbreviation. Yes, a dot. Excellent. So including Dr. Dot Mullins, comma, whom you met last year when you visited. Excellent answer. Also 20, Jumana.
This is going to be one great trip.
I show feelings. This is going to be one great trip. Wow. I ended with a what? A dot?
Exclamation.
Exclamation mark. Excellent, dear. Okay. The last thing after Jumana is Lana, your friend Chuck. What do I add after your friend?
Your friend, comma, Chuck.
Yes, your friend, comma, Chuck. Okay. We move to the second page, 252. Yes. Yes? Questions, girls? Do you have any questions? Someone stop. Yes. You want to answer? Huh? Yes, Najwa, you want to answer or you want to ask a question?
Ask a question.
Najwa, you lagged here, or I lag, or what's wrong?
No, it's maybe from my side. I'm sorry.
What? Najwa, again, say what do you want? Jane, what does Najwa want?
I don't know, Miss. She's lagging.
So I do not lag. She does.
No, not she.
Okay.
She's the one that's.
Yes, Najwa?
Thank you, Miss. Nothing.
No, tell me, dear, what do you want? Send me on WhatsApp, yeah, Najwa. Send me on WhatsApp and we'll open it now.
Okay, thank you. It's 18. Can you hear me now, or it's still lagging?
Yes. You want me to say 18 again?
Yeah.
Here is it. Look, some of the nicest, comma, funniest. No, this is not what we were solving. No, we didn't solve 18. I think we skipped it. Some of the nicest, comma, funniest parents and teachers are chaperoning. Here. And at the end, what?
Comma.
Yes.
Thank you so much, teacher. Thank you.
So here, including will not be capital letter, it will be small letter because it's after it. Okay. Are you okay now with the commas, girls?
Yes.
Do you have any questions? with the commas, the dots. I have you tomorrow or after tomorrow, grade 10? Tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll revise literature, okay? Yes, so please answer connect to testing. So if you have any questions to ask about literature, we have time to discuss them. Please answer connect to testing for both chapters, for both excerpts. The busboy cat and the Frankenstein's cat. Right, these are the two excerpts included in the exam, right?
Yes. Miss, for the vocabulary,
So
can you upload the synonyms and the antonyms for both?
Yeah, I'll send on WhatsApp, okay? Now, after I finish, I'll send now the grammar and wait, let me stop recording. Okay, stop recording and